talking to you every day. And on this day, 11th of March 2022, already there, I am going to give you a few updates and also advices to go through these times of changes. Now, I have been asked two sets of questions about dates, and these dates are relating to civilian first contact with species from the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Well, in my article, recent article, First Contact, which you can find on my website, I disclose the 3 steps of the contact. First step will be in July 2022. It will concern awareness. When the James Webb Telescope will start to broadcast evidences of extraterrestrial life, the mentalities will slowly change. Well, slowly, no, is not the word, it's suddenly. It's been too slow to change until now, and you know, everybody is gearing up. Humanity of Earth will come to the evidence, untouchable evidence, of exolife. James Webb Telescope will focus first on the TRAPPIST-1 system, which, regarding to my sources, is a system of 7 planets, and with planetoids also, with 7 main worlds. Most of them are inhabited, they have conditions for life, and there is a culture there that is already stage 3 and part of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. It's a tangly. Tangly. They are very pacifist people. They have very interesting features. They're humanoid but not human. They are a species of their own. So we will, I don't know if we will have evidences of the tangly, but at least we will have evidence that their systems inhabited by life, and that will be a big step in the evolution of consciousness for humanity, you know. Then step 2 will be first public, open, civilian contact. This I don't know when it will happen. And as Thorhan told me, my contact, it will depend on the abilities of humanity to process change, to process drastic turning point in the awareness of our position in the universe. NASA, it's true, hides a lot of things to us, but in the same time they have a responsibility because they are a sort of window. They will participate, of course, to this disclosure. They are obliged to now. And they have been preparing, because they know what's coming. They have been preparing this change in the mentalities by hiring theologians to discuss how they are going to introduce to, you know, followers of the mainstream religions, the evidence that God hasn't created only the humans of Earth, and that we are not the only children of His creation, his or her. But you know, the mainstream media's religions at the moment, it's all patriarchal. We will soon come to the balance. Just a question. So I don't know when this will happen. My contacts tell me probably in the year 2023. if everything goes smooth and well as it goes now. The awakening of humanity, Then step three will be contact with non-human species, because you are going to need to get used to the fact that human species is not the only intelligent, developed species in the universe, that there are other ones who are very different looking. So we need, to see first an evolution on Earth in the mentalities, to accept what is different, what looks different. We are all different, and yet equals. I will even say we are equals in our differences. Then, once we will embrace universal tolerance, the others will come, the non-human looking. Because we must only welcome them in love and non-judgment. They will look different, they will smell different, they will speak different, they will move differently. But this is the future. You've all wanted it? You've all wanted the Star Trek future? Well, here we go. Tolerance comes first. So I invite you to train yourself with tolerance. Tolerance of other humans on this planet who look different, who think different, who live differently. I personally have tolerance for everything and everyone, except those who cause harm. I acknowledge the fact that they have a reason to do that, but I do not excuse them. Something I do not tolerate myself is meanness, bullying. This is not part of the tolerance. We must stop to bash each other because we think differently. Debating ideas is very constructive, and I invite everyone to debate ideas intelligently, reasonably, and in respect of each other. Debating is constructive. What is destructive is arguing, because you want to impose your ideas on the other. Respect that the others have different way of thinking, because you haven't walked in their shoes, so you don't know where they come from, why are they reacting like this. You have no idea. So debate instead of arguing. Have decency, elegance, respect. Respecting the other is first respecting yourself. Eradicate vulgarity from your speech. This doesn't make your speech more accurate. On the contrary, it devaluates it. Often when we are struggling to express our ideas, we try to shout them. That's not the solution. Explain them. Work on explaining them better. Because you know that time is coming soon. When we will meet all these people, we will really think differently. They are coming from other cultures. You have no idea what's happening on Earth. It's nothing. It's just warming up. Tolerance, acceptance, and respect, and non-judgment. Now, this is one topic. The second topic, I have been asked as well when, about an intel I got a few months ago about Antarctica, about elites of the deep state being involved in the financial system, part of it. Now, many have misunderstood this intel. They gave back the keys of the monetary systems, the actual, to the Earth Alliance, under the supervision of the Galactic Federation of Worlds and the Intergalactic Confederation, CEDARs. They gave back the codes to undo this system, but they need to undo it themselves for many reasons. The deal was, you give us the codes. That was a safety, because if they don't respect their agreement, anyway, the Earth Alliance has the code and will do it themselves, but they don't want to do it. I explained to you why. So the deal was, you give us the codes. You work with us in the transition to the new monetary system to avoid financial crash, to avoid to cause more chaos, more suffering. And then we will not give you back to the wolves and the angry people. We will allow you to escape to a prison planet. Not a normal planet populated by life, a prison the size of a planet. That's what a prison planet is, a prison of the size of a planet. They will have the bare necessity to live, but you will stay there forever. Instead of being lynched by the people. We're not in the Middle Ages anymore. We're not stoning people, we are not burning people at the stakes. We've evolved, haven't we? Haven't we? So they're still there, these elites. They haven't gone through the portal yet, because they need to finish the job first. Alright? So that's what they're doing. They are actually in the process of changing this monetary system. When it will be done, I don't know. When they will be gone, I don't know. It will all depend on the process. The transition will be smooth. There will be no crash. There will be no scary, horrible things. The Galactics don't want that. The Galactics want us to transition with less suffering as possible. You know, that's why everything. That's why the deal, because they care about us. So then, what will be this monetary system? What will it be? It will be a quantum financial system. Well, the transaction will occur by quantum operations, and it will be based on a core value, which will be precious metals. I suppose it's gold and silver, especially gold. Gold, I'm sure. There's another silvery metal, I don't know what it is, maybe silver, maybe another one, but gold mainly. That will be the core value, and then the transaction will be quantum. That's one thing. Let's talk about quantum. Yes, the satellites from Elon Musk. It's quantum technology. It's going to be quantum technology, unhackable, and not using EMF like the ancient system that we have at the moment that causes harms and that can hack everything. That will be gone soon. Doran told me 2 years ago, your internet will change drastically. And he even told me you will not need the plastic boxes anymore. I mean, probably the devices. And maybe, I think what he meant, because sometimes when he says things I can read in his head, holographic devices, holograms. Maybe you will have, I don't know, a sphere, something like that, and you press a button and you have a holographic laptop that appears on it, and you can put your fingers in it, and your static electromagnetic field just press the touches the keys. I've experienced this technology in programship. It's the same technology they are giving us. Now, all these things said, you want to know about the arcs. there are a lot of places. They are on a lot of places on this planet. Russians, yes, Danan said north and west of Russia there are arcs. And you can follow the intel I gave to Dr. Michael Salah on his exopolitik.org website. I give him all the details because he can corroborate and find, evidences and correlations. It's amazing. I salute JP also passing by. I honor your courage and you're an amazing person. Now, I don't know where all the arcs are. I haven't been told, but there's one under the Giza Sphinx, there are one in Abydos, there's many in South America, Brazil, Argentina, and there's one under a pyramid in South America, and Thoran told me they haven't dug deep enough yet. There's one in Alaska, few ones in North America continent, Yellowstone and places like this. I don't know them all. I hear Montana, Colorado. Yes, okay. And the biggest one under the water of the Atlantic Ocean, under the Bermuda Triangle. It was where Atlantis civilization was located. That's the one which dispatches info to each other. So that's the one. Yes, they activated because the Intergalactic Confederation, the Seeders arrived, and they are the same frequency. And all the crews that have incarnated here activate as well. Remember, last year I did a broadcast about a message I received from the Anshar, an underground inner Earth positive extraterrestrial colony. And they told me that under Mount Shasta there was an ark. I thought it was a metaphorical. You remember I did a Q&A on that, thinking it's a metaphorical explanation. And suddenly I understood that there's a real ark under Mount Shasta. Look back at my video, it's quite amazing. A year ago they told me that. What you need to do now is stop bashing at each other. Have a bit of decency, have a bit of respect. Alright? Elegance, class, intelligence. This is who we are, who we want to be. People who respect each other, member of the Greater Galactic Federation of World of Notary, and the Greater Intergalactic Community as a third level culture. Now many of you want to contact extraterrestrials in the same time. We are impatient, but you cannot pull a sapling to make it grow bigger into a tree. You have to wait the process and nurture it in love. There's a lot of, bad stuff going on in the ether around us at the moment. Dark entities, the Greys before they left, and the Dark Fleet and the Reptilians, they had installed programs in a lot of people, programs that are activated now and that are trying to discredit us, who speak and tell you what's going on. Because they knew it would come, they can see the future also. So, work your discernment. Work how things resonate with you. Does it come from a place of love, or does it come from a place of chaos? All the star seeds, the envoys, will come from these higher level civilizations. You do not need to try to contact them externally to learn about them. about how they live, where they come from. You do not need to do that. Because you are one of them. So you just need to remember. You just need to remember. Cut yourself from the chaos. I have a lot of meditations on my YouTube channel about that. Go within, meet who inhabits this body, and connect with it, and the memory will come back. It's that easy. You can do it. Cancel the noise, ignore the chaos, find the peace within, and meet who you truly are, and you will remember. Because when you meet who you truly are, you reconnect with this higher dimensional being, this higher frequency, and you're out of the matrix. You know, the matrix, we are creating it. How do we do that? We maintain it. By fear. By arguing with each other. By following the patterns of the deep state. Every time you bash another person, the deep state laughs. Yes. Don't feed them. This is all for today, folks. I will come back with more guidance and intel. And in the meantime, enjoy being incarnated here in these times of change. It's a privilege. You didn't come here to spread chaos, but to bring about to this world peace, love,